How are you all? Today we are going to continue with chapter number 2, Microorganisms, Friend and Foe, session number 3. In last sessions, children, we have discussed about microorganisms, 4 major types of microorganisms, how microorganisms are friendly to us, some harmful features of microorganisms also we have discussed. Now today we are going to continue with food preservation. How microorganism is helping us to preserve our food, right? Microorganism is giving food poisoning also, but on the other side it is helping us to preserve food. Some chemicals such as sodium benzoate and sodium metabisulfite are used to preserve in jams, squashes and pickles. अब बच्चों आपने देखा होगा कि जब आप मार्केट में जैम लेने जाते हो, राइट, स्क्वैशेस लाते हो, तो उसके ऊपर पीछे की तरफ इंग्रेडिएंट्स में प्रिजर्वेटिव टाइप 2 या टाइप 1 लिखा होता है, राइट, बिकॉज दीज फूड आइटम्स आर केप्ट फॉर लॉन्ग पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. जैसे कि हम अचार बनाते हैं तो अचार में भी प्रिजर्वेटिव्स डाले जाते हैं ताकि वो लंबे समय तक उसके अंदर कोई भी जात का बैक्टीरिया या तो फिर फंगस हमें ना मिले. सो दिस टाइप ऑफ केमिकल्स आर यूज्ड इन एज प्रिजर्वेशन इन जैम, स्क्वैश एंड पिकल्स. नाउ दीज chemicals are form of some microorganisms which don't allow the fungus or bacteria to grow inside the food items. Common salt, oil, vinegar and sugar are also used as preservative for meat, fish, jam, jellies, pickles, etc. अब कुछ नेचुरल प्रिजर्वेटिव्स भी हैं. जैसे कि हम अचार बनाते हैं तो हम नमक ज्यादा डालते हैं. Because of salt, the pickle will not get spoiled. In jams, we are putting sugar. Why sugar is put? Because after cooking it, it becomes hard and it can store the jams. Next is meat, fish, etc. Now meat and fish are also spread with salt so that it can be stayed for long period of time. So the natural preservatives are common salt, oil, vinegar, sugar, etc. So these microorganisms cannot grow because of presence of salt, oil, vinegar, etc. जब हम pickles बनाते हैं तो pickles के ऊपर हम oil का पूरा layer करते हैं. Why? Because the oil doesn't allow the bacteria, air or any other organisms to come in contact with the pickle which is kept into the bottle, right? Heat and cold treatment. Milk is heated at 70 degree for 15 to 30 seconds and suddenly chilled and stored. अब मिल्क की बात करते हैं. अगर हम मिल्क लाते हैं बाजार से तो उसे हम बॉईल करके रखते हैं. What is the reason, children? After boiling the milk, all the bacteria present in it are died, so the milk will not spoil. समझो कि आप मिल्क लाए हो और उसे बॉईल किए बिना आपने रख दिया तो 1-2 दिन में वो मिल्क खराब हो जाता है. It starts curdling, right? This process was discovered by Louis Pasteur and is called pasteurization. Now in market, the Amul people and all, Amul Dairy is supplying pasteurized milk. Now what is pasteurized milk? The milk is heated in big quantity in big tanks and that milk is cooled down and after cooling they are packed into the bags. So children, in expiry date it is given after 1 or 2 days of pasteurization. Same pasteurization, children, our mother is doing in kitchen by boiling the milk. So that is the homemade pasteurization system. Now it was discovered by Louis Pasteur, okay? That is why the process is called as pasteurization, right? So this was about how milk can be heated and heat and cold treatment can be given and we can store the milk for long period of time. Next is about vaccines. In last sessions when we discussed about medical use, that time we have discussed about vaccine. Now this vaccine we are giving it as a prior step to the children. Nowadays, because of COVID, children, government is giving vaccine. Why? So that the death ratio will be decreased, right? So what is vaccine? If dead or weakened microbes for a particular disease are introduced in a healthy body, the body produces suitable antibodies. अब वैक्सीन क्या होता है? जो बॉडी के अंदर वीक माइक्रोब्स यानी जो फाइट कर सकता है डिजीज के साथ, वो माइक्रोब्स वीक हो गए हैं, तब हमें कुछ डिजीजेस होती हैं, तो उसे फाइट करने के लिए ये वैक्सीनेशन को इंट्रोड्यूस किया जाता है बॉडी में। और वो वैक्सीन जो है वो माइक्रोब्स जो हमारे बॉडी के जिससे वो फाइट करते हैं वो एंटीबॉडीज प्रोड्यूस करते हैं, एंड दैट एंटीबॉडीज आर सेविंग अस फ्रॉम मेनी diseases, right? These antibodies remain in the body for a long time and protect us from the disease causing microbes. अब जो disease causing microbes होते हैं, ये जो antibodies हमारे बॉडी के अंदर थ्रू इंजेक्शंस डाली जाती हैं, वो antibodies बहुत लंबे समय तक उसके साथ फाइट करते हैं और माइक्रोब्स को वो खत्म भी करते हैं हमारी बॉडी से, right children? So vaccine is helping us to protect from different diseases. The substances that is injected in the body to trigger it to produce the own defense. यानी हमारी जो इंडिया के गवर्नमेंट है, उन्होंने बहुत सारी जगह पे हमारे सोल्जर्स बिठाए हुए हैं, right? Why this defense system is there? We are having air defense, we are having water defense, we are having what we say military also, right? Why we are having? So that the enemies cannot enter in our country, right? So same way the vaccine allows the defense to fit a defense system in our body so that we can fight with different types of diseases, right? So vaccine is also a very important part of our life. Now next is about nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen, children, you all are very familiar to it. Nitrogen is a gas, right? But what is nitrogen cycle? How we are having water cycle? Same way, here we are going to discuss about nitrogen cycle. Our atmosphere has 78% of nitrogen gas. From 100, 78% of nitrogen gas is found in our atmosphere. And the atmospheric nitrogen is taken only by certain बैक्टीरिया। अब ये जो नाइट्रोजन गैस है वो कौन एब्जॉर्ब करता है? बैक्टीरिया। None of the living things are absorbing nitrogen gas, but some bacteria are absorbing nitrogen gas and blue-green algae in the soil. अब हम सॉइल के ऊपर देख सकते हैं कि जब वो सॉइल हमेशा मॉइस्ट रहती है तो उसके ऊपर ग्रीनिश ब्लू कलर की एल्गे ग्रो होती है। Okay, and that algae is called as rhizobium and it absorbs nitrogen from the atmosphere. They convert it into nitrogen compound, that is proteins. Okay, and these proteins are absorbed by the plant like pulses, right? वो plant उसे प्रोटीन को soil में से absorb करता है। अब plant जो है वो नाइट्रोजन को absorb नहीं करता है, right? They are using carbon dioxide gas. So this nitrogen gas, with the help of some bacteria, right, which are present in the soil, they convert nitrogen gas into proteins. वो क्या करते हैं? नाइट्रोजन गैस को प्रोटीन में कन्वर्ट करते हैं, and that protein is absorbed from the soil by the plants. When animals eat these plants, they also get these proteins. अब ये जो एनिमल्स हैं वो ये प्रोटीन वाले प्लांट्स खाते हैं तो उनकी बॉडी के अंदर भी प्रोटीन्स जाता है, राइट? एंड इन रिटर्न दे गिव टू ह्यूमन बीइंग्स. व्हेन प्लांट एंड एनिमल्स डाई, बैक्टीरिया एंड फंगी प्रेजेंट इन द सॉइल कन्वर्ट्स द नाइट्रोजनस वेस्ट इनटू यूजफुल वेस्ट. जब कोई एनिमल प्लांट्स डाई कर देते हैं, प्लांट्स सूख जाते हैं, तो उसके जो लीव्स है वो सॉइल में मिक्स होते हैं, एनिमल्स जो होते हैं वो अपने आप बरीड हो जाते हैं, तो वो ये जो बैक्टीरिया और फंगी होते हैं वो उसको डिकम्पोज यानी उसको खा के उसे और सिंपलर फॉर्म में लाके सॉइल में मिक्स कर देते हैं, राइट? सो दे आर हेल्पिंग अस टू क्लीन, कीप द एनवायरनमेंट क्लीन. If you see children, if animals are dying in jungle here and there, then jungle would be a very worst place. But naturally, these animals are getting slowly by slowly buried into the soil with the help of this bacteria and fungi. Now, after this children, in nitrogen cycle, some gases are also released in this process by the bacteria into the environment. Some nitrogen is absorbed by them and other is again released into the environment. So this was about nitrogen cycle, how organisms, how microorganisms are very important for a smooth working of nitrogen cycle. So with this we complete our chapter, children, right? In next session we will continue with solution of this chapter. Thank you and have a nice day.